I am here with 4 voters at Byzantine Catholic Center in Youngstown, Ohio, with these 4 wonderful people, and you're still wonderful. 3 Bernie voters and 1 Hilary voter.
Yes, sir.
We still like her. We still respect her.
Sorry.
Seriously?
All right. All right. Get in here. Get in here.
All right. Well, let's trade spots.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Anyways.
all right, you voted, but you Bernie? All right. Well, we like her. All right. So could you just tell us briefly? We're volunteers. The 3 of us. We got Chuck here and Mike from Philly, Chuck from Warren, Ohio, and me from New Jersey. Could you just briefly tell us your names and why you chose who you voted for? Could you say your name,
My name is Stephanie.
and why you voted for Bernie?
My name is Stephanie. I voted for Bernie because I figured it would help us more for 2015.
Okay, and are there any deaf-related issues that are important to you?
I was born deaf at the birth.
And are there any issues with candidates that you look for related to deaf issues?
No.
Okay.
She can sign.
Oh, you can sign? Yeah. I can sign a little bit, but not with the camera in my hand. So you, sir, please.
I'm Shamel Moran, and I'm voting for Hillary Clinton because it's time for us to have a woman president.
Okay. And what's holding you back from Bernie? What held you back from Bernie?
I really don't know too much about him, and I'm not from Ohio. I'm from New Jersey, and when Bill Clinton was the president, he did us good. I think she'll do us good.
Okay. You don't know what you're missing, sir. But, I mean, seriously, you're saying you don't know much about him.
I don't know much about him.
So you don't know what you're missing. Consider looking at him on YouTube.
All right.
So yes, you ma'am.
I am Tony Pearl, and I'm from Youngstown, Ohio. I'm here with my daughter, Melinda Makovitz. I am for Hillary because I think that it takes a female to do a man's job. She has already been where these presidents are going to go. The idea of Bernie standing up there and telling people he's going to do this and do that, he's talking out the other end of his mouth. You can't make promises like that. Hillary's promises, they're solid. When she says she's going to do something, she is able to do it. When Bernie gets up there, Bernie says, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. He's coming after our young people. He's coming after all of our college students. He's trying to recruit everybody that's young in order to come vote for him. Hillary is coming after everybody. Everybody's backing her. She's already been there. She's already done the job. She's already saw how the job is supposed to be done because we all know the Bill didn't do that job. Now though, when Hillary gets in there, it takes a female in order to do a man's job, and you watch us roll when we get there.
We have got ourselves a very passionate Hillary supporter.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
you, ma'am?
I'm Melinda Makovitz from Youngstown, Ohio, and I am feeling the burn since forever.
And you're her daughter?
Yes.
Okay.
I support Bernie Sanders because I support everything he stands for. He's been fighting for our rights since the beginning. He can make the promises that he makes, but it's up to us. We have to keep getting involved. We have to keep knowing the issues. We have to nominate the right people in there to make his promises come true.
So what is your mom missing?
My mom is missing not being stubborn. My mom has been a Hillary supporter since she ran in the first place in 08. My mom is a very strong feminist. Like a lot of feminists out there, they believe that if you're female, that means you should vote for Hillary. I am against Hillary.
There is a special place in hell.
And I know, I've heard, but you know what, I'm feeling the burn already, so it's okay. I don't like Hillary because I don't trust her, and I don't trust her because which Hillary? One time she opposes, the next she's for it. I've watched her debate too in 08, and I've seen what she stood for back then, and I see how she's flip-flopped now. But with Bernie, he's been solid all the way through.
So, ma'am, if I may ask you,
every time
she's about
Bernie
to jump out of her
opens his
skin.
mouth, he freaking changes his story. Are you kidding me?
way.
1 minute, Bernie's standing here saying that he's for the black people and he's going to stand up and he's trying to recruit this one and that one. And the next minute, Bernie turns around and says, and we're going to have free college. How the hell are you going to give someone free college?
It's not free college.
It is. Yeah, that's right. Because you know
No,
what?
it's not.
Taxpayers are going to pay that.
Why
You're damn
not?
right it's not free.
Why not pay for
Taxpayers-
education instead of war?
Do you know the policy and specifically how he pays for it?
I hear Bernie on the television, and every time Bernie's on that television, he's making empty promises. By the time Bernie is done speaking, I'm no longer watching him to the end of his conversation.
Okay, so
because they're all empty. I can't promise you $1 million if I sell you a lottery ticket. I can only promise you that you have a chance, and that's the only thing he could promise. But he goes above and beyond, and that's called a lie. Definition: Bernie Sanders, a liar. Look it up.
Let me ask you. Do you know, you're very strong that for example, this college is not going to be paid.
Someone's going to pay for it.
Right. So if you feel so strongly about this, then what is specifically his plan to pay for it? I'm telling you no.
From what I understand, from my concept of what I have listened to when it comes to Bernie, and like I said, my daughter's a Bernie fan, so I get her posts and her this, that about Bernie, this and that. And she gets mine back from Hillary. But from what I understand from Bernie Kosar, Bernie Sanders, excuse me. When Bernie Sanders comes on and he makes empty promises about so forth, like college, when he says that we're going to try to have free college education for these kids, that's why.
So what if I told you that I could prove to you? What if I could prove to you? What if I could prove to you, to you feeling to the extent that college would not be paid for by us, that unless you make more than $250,000 a year, that your taxes do not go up a dime, and that free tuition at all public colleges and universities is paid for by a tax called a tax on Wall Street speculation, which is only taken care of by the rich. What if I could assure you that you were satisfied that what I'm saying is accurate, that the people are not going to be paying for it, that our taxes don't go up a dime unless you make more than $250,000 a year?
That's speaking from Bernie. That's coming from Bernie's mouth. And the reason I say that is because he can't make that promise.
Why?
Okay, it's not going to come from somebody that's not making over $200,000 and some a year, because clearly I do not make that kind of money. Where it's going to come from is going to be our children who's going to have to pay this back. Where it's going to come from is our kids in the long run who's not going to be able to have that education.
So what if I could tell you that the tax on the Wall Street speculation is going to bring in about $300 billion every single year, and that the cost of free college tuition and lowering debt of those who already have it cost $70 billion a year? So what if you could be assured?
What if I had to tell you that Bernie has to answer to other people? Just because he's president does not mean that he's going to get in there and use the power of veto and make all of this happen that he's trying to tell you.
So
what if I tell you I have a unicorn behind me? You going to believe me? Don't listen to Bernie. Don't listen to Bernie. False promises, liar.
That means
definition.
That means obviously we agree to disagree, but
yes, sir.
You don't have faith in the revolution that's already begun.
I do not have faith in the Bernie revolution. I have faith in taking a woman to do a man's job, and Hillary's been there, and she is going to show you how it's done.
I love debate.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for your vote.
Bernie 2016.
Hillary, you get that stuff out of your hands, man. Oh no, you're a Bernie fan, but I still like you.
All right, well,
don't let her touch
thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Debate is what it's
guys.
about. We are respectful.
Right.
This is debate. I really appreciate it for everybody.
Thank you very much.
Go Bernie. Still like you. Still like you. I like you even more. I like you even more.
You keep away from her. Don't you let her influence you. You stay with Hillary.
Stay with Hillary.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Enjoy your evening, everyone.
Bye.
How do I get